Welcome to the Dead League Podcast, where we will be establishing the underground. It's your boy MOB of Soldados family. Today's very first guest have the UGKs of A30, the Soldados brothers, Poetic G and Boo Loco. Unfortunately, Boo Loco couldn't make it with us tonight. He's not feeling well. Shout outs to you, Boo Loco. Get well soon, brother. Also, got my brother from the Soldados family, El Pinche Tito. What's going on, fellas? Appreciate y'all, man, for coming through with me.
What's up, bud?
Yeah. Hey, man.
You said El Pinche Tito, right? Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah, so,
making sure they get your name right, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Shit.
we got you. El Pinche Tito of Soldados family. Alright, man, before we start this, I'd like to give a shout out to A30 Audios. For all your audios and your studio time, hit them up. That's A30 Audios. Hey, brother, you got any shout outs you want to give anybody?
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to Rick G's Grills.
Yes, sir.
Check it out, man. Grills ain't for me. It ain't my style. But, you know, I respect what he does. And, you know, if you're looking to get your grill done, you know, I see a lot of people doing grills. You know, San Antonio, San Marcos, whatever. They're doing their thing, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But if I were to ever get a grill, you know, I'm going straight to Rick G's Grills.
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes, sir.
they got good price. He's got good prices.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything he does, it's art. You know what I mean? So, you know, you wear one of his grills, people gotta wear shades when they talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rick G's Grills. He'll keep you shining.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Rick G. And if y'all want to grill, hit up Rick G. Y'all can hit him on Facebook, Rick Garza. And on Instagram, you can hit him at RickG13. Facebook, Rick Garza. Instagram, it's going to be RickG13. Shout out to Rick G's Grills, man. Alright, y'all. In the first segment, we're going to have this off the rip. Who are some of the producers or artists you feel are keeping the hip hop interesting?
Mainstream or underground?
Either or. Either or, yeah.
Okay, so let's do mainstream and underground then.
Okay.
Mainstream, you know what, yeah, let's do underground, bro, because I wouldn't even fucking know mainstream, man, because I don't listen to rap today.
That's perfect.
But just like from what I hear,
Yes, sir.
you know, like my brother will show me some stuff like Yellow Wolf and Ritz and shit like that, but I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to today's music. Mainstream. But underground, like who's making noise right now? Shit. In San Antonio, man, I heard some new dude, or not, I'm not saying he's new, but he's new to me. This dude named Lil Yoda. They just recently did a cypher. Pretty much everybody on that cypher, man, was fucking cold as fuck.
Were they all from San Antonio?
Yeah, they're all from San Antonio, man.
Hey, shout outs to the 210, man. 210's in the building.
Yeah, man, they're fucking cold as fuck. There's another cat at Seguin. His name's Andre Mack, and he's a cold motherfucker, man. I mean, I don't know how this guy has not been heard outside of Seguin, but he's badass.
Shout out to Andre Mack.
You know what I mean? But I guess as in like making, like, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, shit, we're still doing shit, I guess. You know, you can include us in that conversation.
Well, you have to, yeah, I would.
Shit, Leo.
Definitely.
You know, he's got some hits, and Maximus, who just dropped an album in October, I think. You know, he's been getting a pretty good fucking reactions.
Yes, sir. Symptoms of a Madman. The album's fire.
Another homeboy from Austin just dropped an album. It's called Drunken High. His name's Eric White.
Okay, I've heard a little bit
album,
about him.
Yeah, his fucking album, Off the Chain, and you know, from what I heard, a lot of people were jamming that shit out too. So,
yeah.
You know, I can only just go based off of what I hear. I don't know anything.
Hey, man, shout out to all those artists, man. Y'all all doing y'all things. Y'all definitely getting our recognition. We appreciate y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep putting out that fire music, man. We appreciate y'all for that, man. All right. 3 and 3. Who are 3 underground artists you would give props to, and 3 mainstream artists you feel are just total trash. Like, they should not be produced. They should not be putting out the garbage that they putting out because it's just making hip hop bad right now.
Yeah.
Who do you feel is that?
So 3 underground that are good and 3
Mainstream that you
trash.
feel is just garbage.
So 3 underground that are good that I feel like deserve more, I guess. Definitely that cat from Seguin, Andre Mack. That Eric White from Austin. Who else? Homeboy Leo, man. I wish, man. I'm telling you, dude, this guy's got hits.
Yes, sir. No, yeah, he really do.
He's got hits, man, that no
Yeah, he
one's
do.
heard. I really wish he would put them out there, man.
Yeah.
It would be badass. So yeah, those are the 3 that come to mind right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a few more, but
Hey man, yeah, I mean, it really sounds like those dudes that you just brought up, they really got something going on. So man, hey, really pay attention, man, to these artists that he's naming. Go check them out, man. Go really check out their music. They're really doing something, man. They need everybody in the underground and need support, man. That's what we need, is support. We don't need to be bashing one another and trying to step on each other's toes, man. We need to come together and just do it together. That's what we need, especially in Texas, man. Let's do this.
hell yeah, man.
Alright, man. So, we got, is it Smoke Worthy? Yes, Smoke Worthy. Speaking of Leo, shout outs to Leo once again, man, doing his thing. I've collaborated with him. He's got a hit with me. And I appreciate you, Leo. Shout out. This song, Gotta Go, by Leo, featuring the boy, Maximus. Let go.
I be off a couple shots of Crown and a lot of smoke. Stunning when you see me coming down, I'ma pull your hoe. I'ma have to take her to the crib, get it, that's for sure. But then you know she gotta go, then you know she gotta go. First I get it, then I dip, it ain't my fault that she chose. Put that money on the whip, but I drive it like it's stove. Want a chain that costs a grip, looking so cold that I'm froze. So you know I gotta go, so you know I gotta go. I'm off it, hear these punk ass lames, they always talking. Say they riding with that work, but they ain't do no profit. Ask me where I left my mind, girl, I musta lost it. My dick look like the sugar hill with bitches jumping on it. Hey, you ain't tryna catch a fade, you ain't tryna get the pay. Really out here making moves, you just standing in the way. I ain't worried about your set, I don't care what click you claim. Got that shot it running screens, it's just finna make a lane. If you rockin' fake jewels, that's your thing, that's your thing. This fragrance coming out in June, that's my wave. Dead presidents and piling tombs, that's a safe. I done came up out the womb for that cake. I be off a couple shots of Crown and a lot of smoke. Stunning when you see me coming down, I'ma pull your hoe. I'ma have to take her to the crib, get it, that's for sure. But then you know she gotta go, then you know she gotta go. First I get it, then I dip, it ain't my fault that she chose. Put that money on the whip, but I drive it like it's stove. Want a chain that costs a grip, looking so cold that I'm froze. So you know I gotta go, so you know I gotta go.
From corner store deals, hold the boy chill, get your face back, and I see you better hold still. I ain't nothing fucking special to establishing my skill. For these motherfucking figures really hope to grow ill. Gripping wood wheel, real recognize real in the dime field. It's the highlight reel, got my high knife shield, cause it's MACXINUS. They don't really wonder what the motherfucker like me. I drop bombs with the mic B. Yeah, the temperature rising, I ain't looking for guidance. Let them know I'm a ride. I got the heart of a fighter and hunger for more. Dragons and wars, you're seeing the difference. You do it for images, we for the penmanship. This is a pledge for the pimps and the anthem of real shit. Salute.
I be off a couple shots of Crown and a lot of smoke. Stunning when you see me coming down, I'ma pull your hoe. I'ma have to take her to the crib, get it, that's for sure. But then you know she gotta go, then you know she gotta go. First I get it, then I dip, it ain't my fault that she chose. Put that money on the whip, but I drive it like it's stole. Want a chain that costs a grip, looking so cold that I'm froze. So you know I gotta
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, that shit's fire to me. That shit's fire to me. Shout outs one more time to Leo featuring Maximus. Gotta go. Fire. What you think about it, brother?
Flaming.
Yeah, man, I thought it was a tight track. You know, I'm not surprised by it, man. I mean, like I said, Leo, he's always making hits, man. From start to finish, it was tight, man. I felt like they made a good decision by putting Maximus on that last verse, so he really shut it down.
Yeah. That's fire, man. Once again, shout out to Maximus and Elio, man, for doing their thing. Gotta go. Check it out. Alright, man. Now we gonna get deep into this. Now we about to hit the hard-hitting questions, man. Really figure out who you guys are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bring it on.
I mean, that's what fans really want, you know? They only see what they see, you know, at the shows, you know? So they don't really get to see who you are and, like, the behind the scenes and, like, your backgrounds. So, that
I
being
don't think
said...
they want to see behind the scenes.
yeah. Yeah, we get crazy over here at the family, man. Alright, man. What are some things you generally had trouble with to get you into the position you are in right now, man?
I mean, I don't think we're like in a high position or anything, but I guess just to where we're at, man. I mean, what was difficult? I think people were stuck with listening and following like shitty music, right?
Yeah.
So when we came out with our music, it wasn't, in my opinion, isn't shitty music, right? Like, I think people may not have considered it like the most lyrical, but I feel like it was the most real fucking music. You know what I mean? So I think it was hard to get people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do feel like we have some type of following. It was hard to get a following. You know what I mean? But everything else was hard. You know, I mean, it's hard work, but hard work can be easy, I guess, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? There was just a lot of footwork, a lot of promotion. You know, a lot of you know, working, you know, for the money to buy shirts and CDs and posters and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's not gonna pay for itself.
Nah, and it costs.
Yeah.
You want to put the product out there, you gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
I get that, man. Nah. That's respect. Another question, man. Name a few artists that inspired you to rap. That could be underground, mainstream. I mean, it could be family members who, you know, anybody, whoever inspired you to do what you do.
Yeah. Well, that question comes with a few answers, right? Because, like, what inspires me now is different from what inspired me to start. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's start at
So,
the beginning
like,
then. What started?
So what got me to say, like, you know what, this is what I want to do,
Yeah.
right, was when my brother was rapping, I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
it was never something like where I was like, alright, yeah, that's what I want to do. What happened though was he had the Underground Committee, their first album, the Prophecy, he had it before it even came out. And he would always like show me all the stuff that he would record, and one time he was like, check this out, man. Because he knew, I mean, I've always loved music, and, you know. So he showed me the album, and I was like, fuck, what the fuck was this, man? And it was something, everything, it just blew my mind, man. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
That is what had me like, man, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? That's kind of what inspired me to start, and then kind of like what inspires me now, honestly, is just, you know, hearing other people's music and just hearing, you know, their art. When I say art, like the stuff that they're writing, man, it's like, man, how did I'm not even talking about rap.
Yeah,
You know, because I don't even, to be honest, don't listen to rap unless it's underground. But, you know.
I know you a little bit, so I know you. I see, you know, you're a movie buff,
Yeah.
so I know you listen to sports. Is that what they call it, right?
Yeah. Movies help me come up with ideas for songs.
Yeah.
The score on movies.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the score on movies help me come up with like ideas for like beats and stuff. Like I'm a huge fan of like Hans Zimmer.
Movie.
Yeah, no. He's the composer.
Well, I mean, name a movie.
Movies.
People know,
The Batman trilogy.
Okay.
The Dark Knight trilogy. My bad.
Okay.
Inception, Memento. He did this other one recently. I forgot. And then there's this other guy. I forgot his name. But he did the score for X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass 1 and 2. So yeah, man, stuff like that, man. Like I always listened to, you know, I always felt like, I always wondered, like, man, how badass would that scene not be
Without that?
if the right music wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because in movies, it could be a thriller, it could be a comedy, whatever it is. The music really sets the tone for that scene, and it's like, man,
Yeah, man.
that's what's
yeah.
up.
You know, it's like Michael Myers, man. When you hear that beat, I mean, you know, you're like,
It's an
oh,
iconic
shit.
beat. You know shit's about
You
to
know
go
what I'm
down.
saying? I mean, if he's about to kill somebody, you hear like a virgin.
Yeah,
You ain't taking it serious, man.
Nah,
Like this
not
was
at
a
all.
virgin.
Yeah, you definitely not gonna take that movie seriously.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, hey, yeah, man, that's what's up, man. All right, another thing. What's the story behind Soldados? The name of it.
The name of it?
Yeah, how did y'all become Soldados? How did y'all come up with that name?
Okay,
Yeah.
so at the time, I was buying equipment for the studio because I was tired of working around other people's fucking schedule. You know, I'm a go-getter, man. I'm not gonna sit there and just not do shit. If I see something, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I needed a studio, so I was just working for it, getting all the equipment that I needed. And around the time my brother had split from some other group, he wasn't doing anything. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was already ready to throw in the towel. And for me, I felt like I couldn't let him do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I said, man, you know, let's do something. And he was all right, cool. And then from there, you know, we went through the whole coming up with the name process, and I had a few names. And
What were some of the names? Do you remember any of the names you came
I
up
don't
with?
remember any of the names.
You don't remember none of the names?
I don't remember not one that I'm willing to release on here. Nah, you know what? There was one. There's one I do remember. It was I had mentioned to him like Third Block Records or some shit like that. Cause you know, like, I don't know. My idea was just like I wanted to keep the name Southern.
Yeah.
You know, something to do with, you know, that we're from the South. And he was like, nah, we gotta keep it Mexican and this and that. See, I came up with Soldados, and, you know, I agreed, and I think it was the right decision.
That's what's up.
Like, now you can't say Soldados without thinking about us, or, you
That's
know what
right.
I mean? So,
That's right.
that's how the name came to be.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, cause I don't know if anything else would look right on these shirts. So,
Yeah.
like, so. Good choice in the end, man. Good choice. All right, man. How do you feel about the internet and the music business compared to how we did it back then with the social media now? Like how? Let me rephrase that. Like I said it a lot better. How do you feel about the internet and the music business in comparison to when there wasn't any social media? Like back in our day,
Yeah.
you know, now.
Before I answer that question, I think we skipped a question, and I really want to answer it. The 3 trash rappers. I think we had skipped that. But
oh yeah, because I didn't even care about that. You're right. That's all. I just cared about the
Nah, but I really want to put it out there, man. I feel like there's a fuckload of trash rappers, man. I mean, 6ix9ine. I mean, he's fucking horrible, man. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, you know what? To each their own. Everybody, there's a lot of people that like him. They dig him. You know what I mean? Pretty much every fucking mumble rapper. I think the majority of them are fucking whack. You know what I'm saying? But he's at the top of the fucking.
No, I would agree with you on that. Yeah, I would definitely agree with you on that.
You know, I look at it like this, man. Like, if you hang around with a whole bunch of smart people, right? Eventually, you kind of pick up on that. Like, you kind of start picking up on their little knickknacks. You know what I mean? Like, you start building a vocabulary that you didn't have, and this and that, and a mentality you probably didn't have before. You know what I mean? So when you're listening to, you know, music that I feel is dumbed down, right? And you're constantly listening to that shit. What do you think that does to you?
It dumbs you down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it dumbs you down to the point where if, like, let's say you listen to 6ix9ine or Savage or Yachty or whoever the fuck so much, right? That if I were to sit here and check out this verse from Tupac, you're not gonna understand what the fuck he's saying. That's too much. That's too much for your brain to fucking process.
Because we've actually done that. We've done that
because you're so used to listening to fucking simpleton shit that when something with any type of intellectual, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I get you.
So yeah, man. I just wanted to answer that fucking question that we skipped. Back to the other question, as in like. He's over here trying to get up and into. It's all good.
It's all good. Hey, all good. All right, man.
Nah, but
shout out to Maximus, man.
What's going on?
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah, repeat the question.
Yeah, go.
I mean, I have an idea, but if you can.
All right. How do you feel about the internet and the music business in comparison to a time where there was no social media?
I mean, I feel like it's definitely easier to get out there now.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it has its pros and its cons, right? Like back then, you were able to physically connect with the people. Like, I'm right there in front of you. I'm talking to you.
You had to sell it.
Yeah, I'm connecting with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you're more likely to buy the album from me in person than to buy it off of PayPal or anything, because I'm not there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You feel more obligated to be like, or pressured, like, all right, you know what, fuck it, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Right? But if I say, hey man, check out our shit or whatever or whatnot on this website or Facebook, and you just keep rolling.
It just keeps rolling, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like I said, it has its pros and cons, man, and let me see. And then like today, it's like I said, it's easier to get out there, man. I mean, you can post one track and get I don't know how many 300-400 views or 1,000 views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it also is a con because like it takes away from your hustle. So let's say like you go to a show, right? Now you're not used to talking to people.
Yeah.
You're not used to actually being a salesman.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to selling or attempting to sell on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But you could have just made $100 right there, and then what are you gonna go? Hey man, you wanna buy my stuff? Check it out here on whatever.com when you had like freaking 10 hats or 10 CDs in your freaking backpack right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand that because a lot of things. I mean, nowadays everything's so easy. Like, here's my CD. I'm such and such and such. Okay, cool. A lot of people want to go log in, go find you, and do that. They want the shortcuts to everything nowadays.
Yeah.
So that's the shortcut. Just here you go, bam.
Yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, that's like you know, like I said, they both have their pros and cons, man. You know what I mean? There's so many people that use all these social media outlets that not all of them are gonna get an opportunity to be famous.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah.
So whereas back then it was like the more you got out there on foot, the better opportunity you were gonna be the better opportunity you were gonna have to be famous. You know what I mean? So it was like really the one that worked the hardest was gonna get most known or have a better opportunity. Now it's like whoever's more popular, whoever gets the most likes. You know what I mean? Or whoever just looks better or whatever. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, let's face it, sex sells.
Yeah, it does.
There's a lot of dudes that I know, man, that, you know, I feel women would look at them as pretty boys or, you know, they look thug or whatever the fuck, right? But they suck as fucking rappers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're horrible. You know what I mean? I mean, you have a lot of guys that, I mean, shit, they're rapping like something I would say if I was fucking 12 years old and just started fucking rapping. You know what I mean? But people like that shit. Again, because, you know, simpleton rap is what's in right now.
Yep, it's simple.
So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, it has its pros and cons.
Yep.
You know, it's like we were just talking about earlier, man. Like, if, well, you know, the whole Bone Thugs and Migos shit. If Bone Thugs had the same fucking platforms,
the media outlets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, back then, I mean, they would have blew up faster. They would have blew up bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that. But that's my opinion. You know, pros and cons on both.
No, yeah. Those are good points. I would say the exact same thing. Like I said, I mean, back then, you face to face with somebody, they see your face, they see your struggle, I mean, your hustle. They see you out there making an attempt to try to make a name for yourself. Basically, it's like back in the day, you got that radio play, that's how you were pretty much, that's how you knew you had made it. Now it's all like, man, I put it on Facebook, put it on, you know, Instagram or something, I get all these views. You know, you get people comment on them, or maybe not even comment on them. Because a lot of times you get more views than you do comments. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just, in a way, I wish it would go back to back then with the hustling. But, I mean, it's so easy to just get your music out there. I mean, because, like, we can just record something right in the bathroom and send.
Yeah.
Put it on Facebook Live or whatever. Now you out there. Now people are watching you, whether they want to watch you or not. Just because they're on Facebook, they now see you.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, it's a positive, but it's a negative, like you said. I mean, it's both ways, man.
Yeah.
Good shit, though, man.
For sure.
Okay, what inspires you outside of music that contributes to your creativity when it comes to your music? Like family, your job, you know, just something out there. I don't know, your hobbies, your passion, other than music.
So outside of music?
Yes, sir.
Man. I can't really say my family. I mean, they don't really inspire me to make music or anything.
But you do have a song about your son.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying like all music in general.
Yeah.
Like that I create. I would say just my love for it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love music. I just love the process of making it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of people not know that not only do you rap, but you produce, you do the mixing, you do all that for us.
Yeah. The mixing I don't like so much. That's something I have to do because no one else is going to do it for me.
Yeah.
And no one else steps up to the plate. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's, you know, I always hear like from other people, oh, well, that's not me.
Yeah.
Shit, it wasn't me either, but, you know, I had to do it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I just love the process of making music. That's kind of what makes me love music. I like working with other people with music as well, man. Like
Collaborating?
Yeah, especially when the chemistry's there, man. Like, you know, I worked a lot with Maximus on some music, man, and we were.
You produced this whole album, right? You
I
produced
produced
this
this album. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
As in, like, what we wanted, where it needed to go.
Yeah.
I mean, we just read each other's minds. So yeah, man. I would say, yeah, man. Just my love for music is kind of what, you know, inspires me outside of music.
Outside of music, that's what's up, man. Oh, good shit, man.
Oh, you know what? Another thing, you can blow that over there, man. I appreciate that. You know, here's another thing that inspired me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, it never used to inspire me. I really didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it like an asshole or anything. I just, you know, I am who I am, whatever.
Yeah.
The people are supporters. Like, when I see people like comment or be like, man, when's y'all's next album coming out? Or, man, that shit was fucking fire. Man, that shit was fucking tight. Like, I'm like, hell yeah, man. That lets us know that we're doing something right. We may not connect with like everybody, but the fact that we're connecting with somebody or a few, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody or a few that someone else isn't even connected with.
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
That's true.
So, yeah, man, that, I'm not gonna lie, that always fucking, hell, man, I need to finish this, or I need to do this.
I mean, you get people outside of the state.
Yeah.
That you be sending music to, and they say they bump you out there.
Yeah, man, we get people outside of the country.
See, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
That have hit us up and have given us props, and man, we appreciate that shit, man. You know, again, that's inspiring as well.
But something with the haters gotta inspire you too, like.
Oh yeah. You know what? Like when we post videos, right? And you get like 5 likes, but you get like 800 views.
Yeah.
You know, that's also inspiring. I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I always laugh at it. I think it's pretty cool, man. That I guess you gotta look at it as like haters are your fans.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're paying attention to you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's also, I'm not gonna lie, it's semi-inspiring. It doesn't really inspire me much. It entertains me more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, we've all, I'm sure there's artists out there, y'all done the same thing. Go and check it, and you be like, okay, I see a lot of views. Where are the comments at? You usually get the same people to comment, you know, badass, you know, hey man, keep doing what you're doing. But it's the motherfuckers, the other 800 that you just like, where the fuck are y'all doing? Are y'all just skimming through it? Are y'all looking at it and just hating? Are y'all just not feeling it? Like, we want to hear it. Whether you like it, whether you don't, I mean, you viewed it. So let us know how you feel. Take it into consideration. More than likely, would you be like, fuck you?
Yeah.
So, like, but we do want to hear your opinion.
I think what it is, like, on the videos, they'll see my brother's face, and like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and like it. And then once they see mine, like, never mind, fuck that shit.
Well, y'all definitely got two different flows.
He was like a fucking asshole.
Nuka that I like. That you look quiet and you look distant. But nah, I mean, people just need to get to know you.
Yeah.
That's all that is, man.
I don't recommend that.
Oh man. So in the group, who would you be? I knew we all know Boo Loco to be, you know, he's the party animal, you know, he'll drink, he'll have a good time with you, joke with you. Who are you? Like, what's your personality? Like, are you laid back? Are you conservative? Are you, like, what's up?
I don't know, man. I'm just me, man. I guess you'd have to ask everybody else about me. But, you know, my brother feels like I'm the jokester.
You definitely got some jokes.
You know what I'm saying?
You definitely do, yeah. You definitely do.
In my opinion, I feel like I'm the funniest one. Well, I'm not the loudest one. You know what I mean? I think that's wrong. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of laid back, but I'm also very blunt. I mean, I don't just randomly say blunt shit. I mean, if you ask me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Ask for the truth, you give them the truth.
Yeah. So it's very hard for me to candy coat shit.
No,
You know
that's,
what I mean?
that's what's up.
I think that's why a lot of times I'm, kind of quiet because it's like
You don't want to come off the wrong way, even
don't
though
really
they asked for
wanna
it.
hear what I have to
It's
say.
like, y'all asked for it, but y'all don't really want to hear it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, once we're all here, once I'm around people that I'm comfortable with, obviously I'm always joking around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My brother's the loud one. He's, but he's also funny as well, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not as funny as me, but he's funny in a different way. You know what I'm saying? I always enjoy his presence.
Yeah, man, it's always a good time when y'all get
Yeah.
together, man. It's up, man.
I mean, I can put it to you like this, man. We can all be here kicking back,
Yeah.
right? And we can be joking around and we'll be laughing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10 is because of me.
Yeah.
But when JP's here, it's just like the light turns on. You know what I'm saying? So, or Blue Loco, my bad. So yeah, once he's here, man, it just gets loud, but a good loud.
But a good loud, yeah.
Yeah.
Gives it that spark.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Once again, man, shout out to Boo Loco, man.
He's the tajin to my michelada.
Alright, y'all might not get that sense of joke. Alright, man. What separates y'all's music from everybody else out there? Like, what distinctive sound or presence do y'all bring to the table that you feel like no one else does?
So, the number one thing that I feel, or one of the number one things that I feel that separates us from everybody is that we don't say the N-word. You know what I mean?
Y'all don't, I do.
Yeah, just black, yeah.
Because I'm black.
Yeah. I am not black. Neither is Tito that I know of. But, so my thing is like, and I think our thing is that, we're not black, so we don't own that word. You know what I'm saying? Like, in music, you hear a lot of Mexicans, they sound black and they say the N-word. And hey, man, if that's for them, more power to them.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, this is my opinion, I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're pretending to be another race, so how are you real? Again, this is my opinion. I'm not talking shit or anything. You know what I'm saying? If you take it like that, oh well. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we separate ourselves from that, man. You know what I mean? We're Mexican, and we don't always have to rap in Spanish or anything like that. But that's one thing that separates us, is that we don't say the N-word. We keep it real.
Keep that shit
Another
on.
thing is we're just rapping about things that, I'm not saying that other people aren't rapping about, but I feel like we get more into depth about it. You know what I mean? I feel like we get more into detail. And the way that we're saying it is probably not the way that someone else would say it. I think maybe someone else would be too scared to say it the way that we say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just needs to be said.
It needs to be said.
You know what I mean?
Give no fucks.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
right.
much, man.
That's right.
We serve it raw.
That's right.
Simple as that, man.
That's right. That's what music's out there for. That's
Yeah.
what we supposed to be putting out. Raw music. We're supposed to say the shit that people are afraid to say.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Another thing too, man, is just the way we approach music, man. Like, we don't sit there and be like, oh, we listen to a beat and, oh man, this beat's gotta be a crunk song. Or,
Yeah.
Or this and that, man. Just like, whatever it is that we feel, that's what comes out. That's simple. We hear a beat, whatever we feel, that's what comes out. We're not always there like, oh, this beat has to be this type of song or whatever. Like, nah, man. I mean, it's always a different process, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
And be loud, Jamarcus. So yeah, that's how our music is separate from everyone else, in my opinion.
Okay. That's what's up. No. That's just good. That's just real. I mean, because I've heard other artists, And then before I even fucks with y'all, your brother had played one of your albums. Was it? With Attitude. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Mohalos with Attitude.
Yes. And he had played it for me. And I was, when I first heard it, he was like, hey, what you think? It was one of those, I forgot what song it was. But I was like, yeah, that's it. I like that. I like that. I was like, hey, man, your flow on this one was killer. He's like, but that wasn't me. He's like, that was my brother. Poetic. And I was like, oh, okay. He played another song for me. I was like, I like your verse on this one, too. And he was all like, that's not me. I was like, well, I like your verses, but he was speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference. Like now I'm starting to pick up on some of the Spanish words and all that. So I mean, that's really what I also like about y'all's music. Y'all keep it authentic to to the bilinguals. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what it is, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I may not understand what y'all are saying on the Spanish side, but I mean, somebody else does, and that's who y'all did it for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Another thing too, man, is I feel like we're real diverse. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we switch it up. Either way we switch it up, you still hear our signature.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, man, y'all keep doing your thing. I appreciate it, man. All right, man. Your best album. Which one you think is the best album you put out so far? I mean, because you got, what, 5?
We got 5
albums.
Yeah. So my brother's not here, but I'll answer for him because I remember his favorite album was Mojados with Attitude, right? And let me bleed into the other question before. That's another thing, like how I said we separate ourselves, man. Is like a lot of people probably would have said Mexicans with Attitude, or around the time that the Compton movie came out, right? People were coming out with shirts or whatever. They would say Mexicans with Attitude, right? But let's call it what it is, man. You know, NWA were calling themselves the N-word because it was a slur.
They were perceived as.
Yeah. So we came out with Mojados with Attitude a long time ago. But I mean, it was like, fuck it, let's go. Let's not water it down here.
Right, let's take it there.
Yeah, let's call it Mojados with Attitude.
Right.
You know, it came from a verse from my brother, but yeah, I'm glad that we didn't water it down. But what was your question right now?
Your best album. What
Best
you
album.
feel is your best album?
Yeah, my brother's favorite album was Mojados with Attitude. My 2 favorite albums, because I really can't pick one, but my 2 favorite albums was Bulletproof Minds, because I feel like that was the first album where I had a whole lot more input. I feel like that's where I was starting to find my style.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun recording. Like those sessions were fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
Like me and my brother really were just on the same page for that album, man. Like, when we weren't, it was just like, cause we were trying to find that page for us to be on. You know what I mean?
Quick. Where was the studio at? Because the studio wasn't here before.
For Bulletproof Minds,
So a lot of people understand where y'all came up from. So.
Yeah, so we recorded some of it in like my apartment, and then some of it here at this studio, and then the rest of it we recorded in my brother's house, like a little closet.
Yeah.
He had a room for the studio or whatever. We recorded the rest there. Yeah, but I had a lot of fun, man. Those sessions were a lot of fun. Our last album, Soldados We Live, Soldados We Die, is another one of my favorites because I had a lot of input with the direction of the album and the beats and stuff like that. I really loved the beats on that album. But on top of that, it was the last album that we made before our brother Greg passed away.
Yeah.
And I made sure to finish that album before he passed, so that way he could hear it, man. So that was the last album he heard from us. You know what I mean? So that album has a lot of sentimental value.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I mean? So that's why that's another one that's one of my favorites. Those are my top 2 for sure.
Shout out to Greg, man. Greg, Southside Greg, man. Yeah. Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah.
We miss you,
By
brother.
the way, he hated it when people spelled out his name. So just letting you know.
Well, that was my brother. Okay, that we were the darkest of the group, so that was my brother. That's all I did. That was my brother.
Buloko was like, Greg. He's like, man, why does he keep spelling my name?
That's probably the way he said it.
That's right. He was like, why does he keep spelling my name? That's not my. He goes, that ain't my name. That ain't my rap name or whatever. That's when I came up with Southside Greg. I was like, we'll just call you Southside Greg.
And it's stuff.
Like, all right, yeah, that's better than spelling out my name.
My brother. Hi, man. Is there any hidden meaning behind y'all's music? Was it pretty much straightforward? Like,
yeah, I don't think there's meaning, but I don't think there's any hidden meaning. I mean, we got something to say, we'll say it. That's simple, man. You know, if we're ever subliminal, it's just for the creativity, it's for the art of it. But even at that, you know what the fuck we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, there's no under the rug shit, man. Like, we just say we're just straightforward with what we say, man. You know, we're raw with it.
No sugarcoat.
Yeah, so. But what a lot of it means for those who don't get it, man, is just, you know, we're talking a lot about. I don't mean to sound cliche, but I mean it is what it is, man. We talk about a lot of what we see. You know what I mean? You listen to a lot of our music, and it's somewhat political. You know, we're talking about immigration, we're talking about racism. You know what's crazy is that we were talking about all this stuff before Trump even thought about running for president. You know what I'm saying? Trump. So, Trump. It's crazy. Yeah, fuck Trump. It's crazy, man, because like we used to judge or critique Obama, right? And it's like, fuck, I wish we had Obama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know, a lot of our music is you know, political. It's about life. It's about struggle. You know. Yeah, and there's some music that, you know, it's about drinking. It's about having a good time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know. I mean, we don't want to be a complete freaking downer.
Yeah, no. That's not how y'all live y'all lives.
I mean, I'm pretty fucking boring, but I like that.
It works for you.
Yeah. You know, sad music makes me happy, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like psychotic crazy.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's fucking different, man. Fuck me.
Oh, man. See you in a room laughing. Everybody else is crying. You're just bawling, laughing. This psycho.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Alright, man. Well, you kind of touched base on this next question, kind of. You said the beats. What beats do you gravitate to? I know you say when you hear a beat, you don't say it's this type of song, it has to be this type of song.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the beats, like an extra snare, you know, extra bass, I mean, a piano, like, is there a certain sound of a beat or a certain type of beat that you just...
I love pianos, period. I love the sound of pianos and strings.
Yeah.
Those are like my two favorite sounds. But as in like what type of beats I gravitate to, man, there was a producer, producers, they produced the Underground Committee album, so the first two, and then one of them produced the rest. But SK and Apollo, man, I felt like beat-wise, they were ahead of their time. Like, when I heard what they were doing, I had never heard that anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were a heavy inspiration on Bulletproof Minds and even this last album we did. On, not the whole album, but on a few songs. I feel like they were ahead of their time, man, when it came to producing, making beats.
Yeah.
There's this other guy, man, out of Corpus. His name is Smoke Beats, and I don't know what his stuff sounds like now, to be honest with you. But a lot of the stuff he was doing, like back then, he produced for like Flatline, Four Corner Hustlers out of Corpus. But the stuff back then, I really like those beats that he was making. Let me see, man. I don't really like trap beats, man. So a lot of the producers today make a lot of trap beats. I don't really like trap beats, man. I feel like that's why I gravitate more towards mine and the producers I just named right now, because they're not trap beats. They're something completely freaking different. So yeah, that's kind of what I gravitate towards. And then my brother, he likes, I would say pretty much the same, but a lot of the ideas that he came with me, like for his album and stuff, it's gonna be a lot of, mixture with oldies.
Oh yeah.
So
he's definitely an old school kind of.
yeah. So I don't know, my opinion, I kind of picture like West Coast-ish, but like his style, I guess.
Yeah. I can definitely tell you, because you produced the album that I'm on, with the family.
Yeah.
So all my beats, it comes from you. You definitely have a signature with that piano. The piano sound is definitely, you can definitely hear that when it comes to your beat. You have like an Eminem beat.
Yeah.
Like how it's going to be an Eminem or a Dre beat.
Yeah.
You have that signature. So that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Because that, for me, separates y'all's music and what you do from what everybody else. Because you hear a lot of people doing mixtapes and buying other beats, and it's just like it all sounds the same now. Like everybody wants to that boom bap and that same reckless flow. I'm like, it all just sounds the same now. So y'all different. So
yeah. Well, I appreciate that, but like the mixtape thing. To be honest with you, I used to. I'm not gonna say hate on it, but I just disagreed on it. I feel like if you're doing mixtapes because you're just not working hard enough for original music to pay for original music, then fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
yes.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. But the real reason for mixtapes is just to hear people on different,
On banging beats.
on beats that people aren't selling, and also it's like a faster way of getting music out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like the boom bap. I guess it just depends, man. It just depends. For the most part, I respect it. I don't really, like I said, like I said, man, to be honest with you, I don't even listen to rap. This is underground, so
Yeah.
I mean, if there's somebody underground and they're on, boom bap type beats and it's on site, I'll listen to it. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Entitled to their own opinion.
That's how I feel. I mean, everything we talk about is just our opinions. I mean, if we rub somebody the wrong way, that's not our intentions.
Yeah.
But if we do, fuck it. It's like we don't apologize. We're not going to. But yeah, no, that's what's up. I'm the same. Like I said, that's how I feel as well. Hey, Tito.
Yo.
My brother, Soldado family, El Pinche Tito.
What up? What up?
Good. What's good, man? You all right over there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I know we probably kind of left you out of the loop, but man,
High as fuck.
we got you. We got
Yeah.
you. You good?
Fucking
You
kite.
high as a fucking kite?
I'm up there.
Shout out to Tito, man. Hey, I got a question for you, Tito. What were Soldados doing that caught your attention before you signed? Like, what were they doing, making that noise that made you be like, oh man, I want a part of that?
Representing, man. Like, they got up there, like, not a lot of Spanish, was really going on, but that's a thing, that represents us as a culture and everything. So to hear it out there, that's what caught my attention, that they were doing. So
When did you first meet or see Soldados?
on a I think it was through a show because I was with another group at the.
Swipe right or left?
Huh?
I said, did you swipe right or left on Tinder?
No, yeah, that's what caught my attention about the Soldados at the moment, bro. That they came out representing.
Was it a San Marcos show? No,
I want to say it was in New Braunfels.
in New Braunfels?
Yeah.
At the Black and Tan? Shout outs to the Black and Tan, man. That's hey,
San
man.
Marcos at the
Black and Tan, man. Shout out to the Black and Tan. That was a spot for us,
Yeah,
man.
it was in San Marcos. Yeah,
San Marcos.
yeah. R.I.P. Black and Tan. Man.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, we met in San Marcos.
Okay, San Marcos. Okay, cool. Was that the barbershop?
What?
I mean, not the barbershop. The tattoo.
Does Tito look like he'd be at a
The
party?
tattoo expo. No.
Nah, that was in Austin, bro. It was at Lucky. It was a bar.
It wasn't like going towards Martindale, like outskirts of San Marcos.
Oh, okay. That's what's
I
up.
think Martindale, Maxwell.
Yeah, I mean, just like you, the first that caught my attention, my interest, was like I said, Blue Loco had played a CD for me. And I was like, shit, I like that. I like what they're doing. Like I said, I don't understand the Spanish part of it. I understand the English part of it. But I like how they blend it. They can both speak. They're both bilingual. So it resonates with, like I said, with the people who do speak Spanish, just Spanish, the people who can only speak English, and then vice versa, the people who can speak both. So that really caught my attention. And then the way they did it, that everything they do is in-house. That's what I was like. They just had a plain Jane. They went in, the studio was in the closet, putting out quality like that. But what I heard, I was like, that's not. I was like, man, I want a part of that. I want to be a part of that. Local hooked me up. Met him at one of the recording sessions that they were at. I mean, and they just welcomed me with open arms, and I appreciate that, man. So I was like, that's what interested me in them, and so thank y'all for that, man. Tito, what made you join? Other than the things that you said that interest you, what made you join ultimately?
They threatened me.
You too? Like, we need a brother in the group. Yeah, that's it.
I'm coming in or not? Oh man. Wow, yeah, but no. We had like a meeting. They talked to me about how, we like each other's, style.
Yeah.
So, basically it was just like, you want to be part of this, they did
Complete sentences.
the rundown.
He's just all that.
I'm up there. Nah, yeah, bro, but we just got together, met up, and had shit, chat, and it went from there,
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Nah, like for me, like I said, other than the, listening to him and liking the music, it was the family aspect of it. How there was like, how you get. I'm black. Let's just put that out there. I'm black, y'all. In case y'all didn't know. Nah, I'm just fucking with y'all.
I knew you guys don't want to tell me.
But it's like, for y'all to put me on being black, and just like I said, with open arms, just like, hey, this is what we want to do. We feel like you can bring this to the table, you can bring this to the table, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to contribute any way I can. I appreciate y'all. I worked with JP, so that was one of the he also, like I said, he was always cool, always had my back, and I appreciate him for that. Came in, met Poetic, same thing, man. Good people, man. Family's good. I mean, everything, just like I said, it's just open arms. It's just a brotherhood here, and I appreciate that, and that's what I love about it. So that's ultimately what made me join. I mean, there's a lot, to be honest with you, there's a lot of the same shade that like to throw shade. So, I mean, to see the opposite shade, take the shade away and open you up with the bright lights, I appreciate that. That's what's up, man. We need more of that in the world, man. Let's stop pushing one another away. Let's throw that racism shit away, man. Let's just become a human race. That's what we need. Human beings. Put the race aside, man. That's what we need, man. So once again, shout out to Soldados brothers for putting me on and making me a part of their family. All right, this goes back to you, Poetic. Which underground artists would you collaborate with next that you haven't, or maybe you have but you wish you do more with?
I would love to collaborate with Eric White, Indio the Blindsider.
Indio, man. Shout out to Indio, yeah. Shout out to Indio, man.
A few of the people that I had mentioned earlier, like Andre Mack, Lil Yoda. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, there's a few of them, man, that it's like I want to collaborate with, but that I just named. But it's like I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you would have to be thought of very, yeah, because. Like, you don't want it to be to where, like, like in movies, you're like, oh shit, them two are in a fucking movie? Man, it's gonna be funny, or it's gonna be a badass movie. And then you watch and you're like, damn.
It didn't work.
Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen, when they were coming out with that movie, Funny People, I'm thinking, like, this movie's gonna be hilarious. And it wasn't. So it was a letdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm saying is, like, I want to make sure that when I collaborate,
It's not a letdown.
yeah, it's not a letdown. You know what I mean? Big Body Hella.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Body Hella, man. Shout out.
When we collaborated, I felt like it came out perfect. The first collaboration, I felt it came out perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the second collaboration, I felt, it probably didn't get the same attention, but if you listen to it, I feel like it was at that level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only difference is that my brother was on there, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it was still just as good, man. So
That's actually one of my favorite tracks on it.
yeah. So man, who else would I like to collaborate with?
Or maybe, somebody that you've already collaborated, like you said, Big Body Hella. It could be
That I've already collaborated with. I don't want to name too many names because, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna end up collaborating with them anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I named the ones that I wanted to name. But yeah, like, for people that don't know us or haven't heard our stuff, we don't collaborate with a lot of people. So the last album we did, we collaborated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Probably won't collaborate with like 90% of the people. So just because it was a hassle, and then at the end of the day, it's just, sometimes you don't get what you want. So
That's life.
Sound-wise,
It's like, that's life.
yeah.
So yeah, man. Nah, like you said, there's some artists that are out there fire that need to be, brought up more and need to be listened to. They just aren't getting the recognition that they need, that they deserve, man. But they out there hustling though. So shout out to all those artists, man, that he named. Y'all, listening to this, watching this, y'all hit them up, man. Hit them up. Let's do something. Let's make some great music. That's what we want to do. Let's put out great music. That's what we want to do. Do you have any new upcoming projects?
So we're at the end of the Soldados Volume 1, which I think we promised like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my bad about that.
Yeah, it's
It's not my fault, but as the leader, I will take full responsibility for
just
it.
perfecting it.
So, we're at the end of that album, which is pretty much the album where, you'll finally get to hear a lot of El Pinche Tito's fucking own music. You'll get to hear MOB's own music. You get to hear a lot of Bendecido's own music.
Shout out to Bendecido, man.
Yeah.
Another Soldado family member. He couldn't make it, so shout out.
And you'll get to hear 3 different styles. I mean, you're not gonna hear a lot of me and my brother, and that was the idea. was to, you know, showcase everyone else's skills, and you know, if we can be on it, that's cool, and if not, you know, whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't do, man. It's like they don't put their own on. You know what I'm saying? They're always too busy or too selfish to put other people on. They always want to be in front of the camera. They always want to be front and center. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a leader. You want to build up your fellow men to be as, you know,
Successful.
yeah, the same mountaintop as you.
Right.
You know, so
you don't want any stepping stone scenarios here.
yeah, yeah. So
That's what's up, man.
yeah,
But other than that project, do you have anything you personally coming out
yeah.
working on?
Shit, I almost forgot the fucking question. There's so much fucking smoke in here.
You see my eyes? Yes.
Yeah, so besides that album, we're working on Bendecido's album. His album is about halfway done, man. I mean, it's pretty badass, man.
Shout out to the homie Blessed, man. That's
Yeah.
Blessed right there, man.
Yeah, I definitely. He's used to a certain style, but on this album, I feel like I kind of.
Got him out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely got him out of his comfort zone a little bit, but it was a good thing, man. I mean, you know, we got to hear a whole different style from him on a few of the songs.
That's what's up.
And then I'm working on my album. I'm about halfway through, which means nothing because, you know, at the pace that I'm going, I mean, halfway doesn't mean anything. So
Yeah.
so I'm working on my album, and that's about it, man.
Any release dates for any of these?
No release
No
dates.
release dates for.
No release dates until I have something actually finished. So, yeah. I mean, I want to release the Soldados Family Volume 1 as soon as possible. So
Yeah.
as soon as I get it done, I might just drop it that same fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And then my album, Bendecido's album for sure I want to release this year, you know. And then my album is just whenever it's done. You know, when it's done, then I'll sit there and think about when I feel is a great time for, you know, to release it.
Okay. I know you're the producer and everything. So since Blue Logo's not here, is he working on anything?
He's not working on anything at the moment. I mean, he has mentioned that, you know, like I said, we've sat there and he's talked about ideas for his own album, but as in like when we're gonna get started on that and when he wants that done, I don't think we haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay. So Soldado family, Soldado brothers, y'all just going individual right now?
Yeah, I mean, like right now, like I said, I'm working on my album, and then eventually he's gonna work on his. So that's what it is for now.
Okay, that's what's up. I know whatever y'all put out, we all know it's gonna be fire.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem, man. We anticipate greatness, so. Is there anyone you'd like to acknowledge? Anyone out there that you?
Yeah, man. You know, a few of the Soldados family members couldn't make it today. You know, Bendecido. Shout out to, you know, my little brother. You know, Bendecido couldn't make it today. So, you know, he loves this, man. I mean, he loves it with a freaking passion. I've never met anyone that loves it so much. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother who couldn't make it. I know we mentioned again, but you know, he couldn't make it. He was sick. Hopefully he gets better. You know what I mean? Huge shout out to everybody that, you know, has been showing us love and has been supporting us.
Definitely shout out to them. Definitely.
Shout out to every other artist that hits the like button and shares our music, because to be honest, that means a little more, man. Like, cause you know, we're at the same level, man. You're an artist, I'm an artist. And for you to be sharing and liking my stuff, you know what I mean? I'll do the same as well.
Hold on, real quick to elaborate on that, man. That's a big thing with us, man. You show us love, we have no problem with showing y'all love, man. But if you tag us on something and you want us to like your stuff, but you ain't never liked any of our stuff, or vice versa, like that's not gonna. It's not shade, it's not hate. It's just you don't appreciate,
man.
Exactly. If you, you want us to appreciate you and give you shout out, we would like the same thing. Even if. Look, to be honest with you, even if you don't like it, just because you don't like it, you can share it. Somebody else may like it. Just get it out there. That's just for all of us. We all doing the same hustle. I ain't trying to throw no shade on nobody. Everybody's trying to make a living out there. Everybody's got a 9 to 5, I'm sure, trying to make a living outside of doing the music. So we just trying to build everybody up. That's all it's about, man. Everybody getting everybody, getting everybody, having their back. That's what's up, man. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you for coming through. Poetic G. One half of Soldados here in the building. Shout out to Boo Local, once again, who couldn't make it. Feel better, brother. El Pinche Tito. Soldados family. Appreciate you for coming through,
sir.
brother. The first
Likewise.
Dead Leaf podcast. Once again, where we will be establishing the underground. That's it. That's the first one, man. Y'all blessed me with it. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Once again, it's your boy MOB of Soldados family. Fat pussy stays wet, drip, 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 faucet, and I'm out this bitch.